Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah, also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. Our plan is not— I hope this is clear to you.
Huh?
Didn't we already—
You can never have enough work.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics, while others will fight on the—
Speaking of the—
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm here. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to— Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who's worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered, but the academia, come to think of it, perhaps the Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be—
But if that's the case, what should we—
Wait, why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you packed?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kus. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an eremite. They're here.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I give them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes. We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still—
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction?
Look here.
Huh? What can now?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared, but...
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have a traveler. I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Convict now. Please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge?
Yes.
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand, but because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules, in addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones.
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects.
Small problem?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal.
This kind of weather is one to
I thought we agreed on a plan.
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate—
I did, and that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here.
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them.
Wait, how can
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Reebok would never let so many unregistered members of my clan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter—
That also sounds like something.
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how deep—
Of course he does. He told me. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting to make the whole thing more convincing. You'll need to resist to some degree. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies, but now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which...
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guard should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards,
General Mahamudra! To what do we owe the honor?
keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location.
Ah, of course. Mahamudra-san. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you...
They're a squad of airmites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the academia.
As many as I know, Akbar. This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
And I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
I can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the academia? And even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might...
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance, but don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter. Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's god creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamudra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic. By starting with analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principles, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weave themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamudra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Beep, construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Ramon's airmites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamudra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days. Wait a moment.
It's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants. We meet again.
You're here early.
And it's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood. Everyone, the Eremites are approaching from the west. Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh, what a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers, for that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Overruled. Laid bare.
It's over.
Ah! We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Ah, you pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Deshret will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra. Yes, sir. Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes, things went perfectly.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Roman there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
Yeah, we're here!
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? Here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, down 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. All right, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ugh, it really gets quite on the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the Academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Party's DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just...
I don't doubt mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were...
How much more do you...
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only truly joyous. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Party's DI.
Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor.
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with a mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Paradis DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay, I'll answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away?
Yes, he told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Paradis DI. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate, no doubt because you've recruited many informants. But you're right, Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient as a scholar.
Oh, I can believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's confident in himself and his abilities to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still, his reaction really concerned me.
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty, the Tsaritsa, calling for our return. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting at something unpleasant.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky.
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and the tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you were like me, someone already working at the academia, to investigate this matter.
I'd like to ask you to do that for me, if you can keep yourself safe. Please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville this.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried that he'd get in trouble for I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long, but in the end, it still caught up to him.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all of this. In which case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find it.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Paradis DI?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before, just to be safe. Let's...
But we have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me. That harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos.
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right... Shh!
Don't trip. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snitch Knight Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him. It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snitch Knight, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday, but his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
they were all here just a few minutes ago? But now...
So this was a trap. Wait, don't...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Apasia. Let's get back.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui...
Oh no! Are you saying they're...
Let's go!
Pardis the Eye is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Pardee's DI for research purposes.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardis DI now, I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Pardis DI as a scholar. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an end.
No one will lay a hand on you, Apasia.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These two have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson. Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Tainari! Beat him up!
I guess this is it.
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now. Witness my eyes. Transfixed.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon.
Got it! Apasia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
balladeers here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party Di and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the balladeer, right? That's impossible.
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler! What are you doing?
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable. Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like but you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what all I had recorded down before were some painful memories, and indeed, to me, the sight of you fools and your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know, it'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else. Ah, you've seen my affection for... She peered into my consciousness. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told... The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself, you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be
Paimon, here's Thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with... where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Oh, have the Fatui retreated? Hey!
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites.
Struck by
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's all right. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something
Hey, didn't I tell you?
Just in case. Let...
I'm fine. These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Kainari! Beat him up!
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now. Look alive!
Stay right there.
Overruled. Go on. This is where you fall. Transfixed.
Let's nip that in the bud. And shroud. Oh!
Let's end this quickly.
Yeah.
Laid bare.
He's hurt. I'm fine. Don't move. We were fighting, and just as things started getting grim, the rare sound became extremely strange. The lightning started. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to with that.
All the 50 soldiers were forced to. It's all right. My wound aside, you look like you've seen.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. My goodness, she's. I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
The more you understand medicine, the worse.
I know. I always think that you push through the.
Oh, he's head down.
Let me.
So that's what we're talking about, you're not? Oh, I can't believe what he's thinking.
The academias. God,
That sounds ambitious, I guess. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot.
don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, unless Sumeru in a hurry. Maybe the two.
You said that Algia claimed bad hit.
Have you noticed?
So, if the doctor...
Based on what the traveler said, in other words, we successfully.
Yay, that's it.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here. Let's continue to keep a look.
All right, everyone.
Where did everything go?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the cautious terminal.
I'll go next. The traveler and I went to party CI. The situation was a bit.
Who was behind?
Well, that's the tough part. Which should I say, traveler? The Fatui or the Valdir? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor. So, we successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting.
Oh, and I also asked this.
Everything else went smoothly on my side. To avoid alerting the quarry, it will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got.
It's all thanks to Roman and his brave team. It appears to have been very effective. Well, is that it?
Wait.
Well,
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
personally, I'd rather we all go home and...
I'll hate them. You.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate, don't you? So you should find someone more
But I thought all you academia big shots were
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So,
The scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
fine, whatever. Well, Saya doesn't seem to be much of a talker either.
Employer?
Yep, the traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. Well,
Yeah, say something to boost morale. What are you all doing here? Oh, it's Milu. Hey, everyone.
not at all.
Judging by you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Milu. Would you like to join us?
Join you? You mean you also want to discuss something important with me?
Yes, something very important. Milu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule you have?
Wait. I can't believe my ears. Oh, right. The travel. I mustn't, but I'll try my best to listen work personally.
Remember, Elite.
Okay, I'll get my friends at the room to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now,
So, have you thought of what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep, it's a grand plan. I'm all
what's it? Thankfully,
Huh?
Oh,
okay. Yep, you got it. Today's academia is near Party.
hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. I'm not too nervous thinking about today and their calls different, so what's up? How about you all hate them?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest.
You just want to show off.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is staying in the night.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is manuscript commands and operations. That isn't something they could accomplish just 500 years ago. The Grand Sage at the time. Don't forget, today's the sages and board academia press all the Darshan's researchers, but the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the
surprised to see you here. I had heard that the stage, and, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia. Outside guests? How did you... What did you say? That wasn't my intention. As a Karawatab senior, look, based on what you already... Is that so? The sages searched for you, so, from the start... Hey, shh. Yes, you proved me... As I expected. Please, it's nothing. All right.
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have what?
He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar.
Wow, so there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity.
Is this the academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in the past.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
The academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's the Garbage Day. They're all out just that natural.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't.
You think the Grand Sage will exit after he does, we sneak past?
Who knows? However,
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you. Do not tell me you believe the academia would not trust an eyewitness had informed me of your
Grand Sage.
I'm sure, but compared, it's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do. Excellent. You're the foot traffic here,
This place is crawling with guards.
All right then, traveler. Today is near Garbage Day, so I still have many responsibilities. If that is so, then you should be praising our...
Trivial.
Then tell me, what is the victory we want from me? Those are all completely worthless benefits. Divine power, creation of God. If humanity can attain omniscience and omnipotence, we shall regain God's guidance at long last. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. You will never understand the rapture of having a God be born within you, where gods exist on a plane that far care for the people, fend off sandstorms. We are a people favored by greater Lord Rudavata, though I may have personally not. The ascension of the lesser Lord is nothing but a movement. With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated.
Pathetic justification. You really think...
As for your judgment, Grand Sage, not only are they acting a bit... Anyway, I've brought it... Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation. It's a summary of my time spent at the shrine.
We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. The as it is near Garbage Day.
We'll be monitored.
With the Akasha's calculation, put into words you can understand. Wherever you go, you'll be walking on. I'm not familiar with the concept. In any case, you're despicable. Your ploy was...
Lord Azar, I know what you're...
Must I delete first off? I received a night judging by the time. Your... The academia had not received court with their instigation. What was the...
Regardless, that's only a guess.
Indeed, your boldness deserves, if I'm correct, you have to sneak into the academia on near Garbage Day. Should your intentions be as best as I know.
Yes, even if you accuse me,
You misunderstand. However, under the current...
you said that I betrayed the academia.
So flight... Well, what do we have here? Some stole that divine knowledge, excellent.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most passionate scholar will yearn for the power of God in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, all faithful? Unfortunately for you, no God will lend you their power.
Azar!
He's not completely insane. Take him to the mortuary and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we finished all the preparations for your Garbage Day. We begin to enter the house now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Yeah, I'm not carried away there. How's that acting just now? Right, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and I'll hate them probably know his part too. We haven't managed to trick Grand Sage's Czar. I'll hate them when we do next. I'm gonna start remembering things when she's worked out. Right, I'm nothing.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage. He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to him. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything's under control and with their guard down. And then
I can already see.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But I have some things to
that isn't the only reason, of course. According to the academia scholars in Ramon's custody, that way they can't even if we break into the sanctuary as a respondent.
So I noticed something over here.
We can find rooms inside the academia. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. However,
Oh, no wonder you've been running your Akasha terminal today. I thought they came to our Akasha terminals when they got us up in here. Were they being careless? All right, so what now? That's easy enough. We can finally come. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like the faster it blinks, the better the signal. Here? No signal again. Is it that jammed? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Nikita! Hey, Nikita!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from a moment I was born. I wanted to become a warrior archon, so I kept studying, kept listening to my people in their hearts, kept looking for a way to save Ermin's soul, so I can catch up to greater Lord Rudavata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Sarasana. The sages are creating God to replace him, and enforced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nikita! Nikita!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do archons have them? Should archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all this? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning.
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar. You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nikita! Nikita?
Did you wake me up?
what are you arresting you? Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just, when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! When we went to wake up Nikita, Hana was
sure about this? Your team's at a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
All right. You spot if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help.
Don't worry, they've been through worse. Everything's going to be
All right. You know, if
Thanks, Mr. Bear. You're so very kind.
Nilu, how's it going? Nervous?
Definitely more than usual, but it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
it's okay, just focus on your.
You sure know how to talk. Hey, all the
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends.
Ooh, that sounds great.
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia. So
I was planning on telling them something like, the academia has been conducting a weird experiment, and so many test subjects escaped.
you couldn't think of anything better? Oh, I guess it does sound like something the academia would do.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, you'll get a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilu, sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our baking away with yellow candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy? We have.
Hey, Hart, thank you so much for doing all. I'll pass on the candy, though. I come back up.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine since I'll have such a great view of the show. I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that other performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's done this here.
Main stage, listen to outside. How interesting. Issue the new prohibition act from the Akasha to the gods. They'll know what to do. Do you think we should, stop her? Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of cars just went by. Does this mean the plans moved on to the next stage? Yep, it's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did I hear from a person knowledge capsule that was about to be entered? Oh, so that's when I did it. I was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, did I also join the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? Oh, it's a fantastic trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart enough. Let's review our plan for this stage. I remember is that Neil's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Leslie Lord Personnel's consciousness has been forcibly sealed, the core figures of the academia and the guards have started to wave with the doctor's technological support. They think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft a knowledge capsule for the artistic performance prohibition act when I was still. It should be on the grand stage test right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Neobar day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible.
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the stages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And
Sure sounds complicated, but that's pretty clever. I just have one question.
people who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to
The Akasha will turn.
Thanks. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plans
Do you have someone in mind?
Milo of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kind of hesitant to ask her to participate.
All right. After the guards and the academia are gone,
Then it'll be time for me and... Here they come. Did you see that, Roman? They came out from the academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for. My brothers have already sprung in action.
We can do anything to them inside the coop, but outside the academia, this is our hunting ground.
A lioness like you, the prey won't be able to win far.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the stages enough time to realize what's happening.
All they've done is sit on their cushy salaries, twiddle their thumbs all day while we fight and struggle every day in the den.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the 6 stages belong to the core of 30. But they have following those last 6 stages every whim, throwing away all the principles, being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm
Indeed, the trap has been set. All we need to do is lead them.
Alright, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back to one place.
She gave such an important task to that child. Will it be okay?
It'll be fine. He's not so determined to help. So besides, even if he's caught, the guards will be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Leslie Lord
You've got a point. Anyway, I think I see them coming. Let's
Good luck.
This outfit. Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you pretend to be Leslie Lord Personnel and run away from them. Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous. Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar. Leave the rest to us. Okay, right. I'm here to pay back Leslie Lord Personnel for helping Grandpa. I won't get cold feet.
Hey, they're here. I can see the academia part.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath and go. You can do this. Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Did I just see something dark by? I better go have a look. Were my eyes playing tricks on me? I should go check to see if someone's hiding. There seems to be nothing here. Just
Good thing they didn't find me. I was close. I better hurry and keep going.
Hey, let's go to the over there. Stop! What? Let's look at Sonali. How did I not see anything just now?
No, they found me. Where should I go?
Hey, let's go to the over there. Stop! What?
No, they found me. Where should I go?
The target is suspected to be Elizabeth. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her. Hey, where's your team here? Did we say it's split research? Hurry, hurry. This place is... Why are you all here? Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you. Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost thought...
Little brat. So you're not actually Elizabeth Personality.
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition or a personal grudge. After stepping into our trap, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters.
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City. The mercenaries from the desert have ambushed us.
You spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground. Right.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Neobar Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? I haven't seen a single one. Guards? Guards! Red Sage, how may I be of assistance? I called for the guards. Why did you come? My apologies, Red Sage. Right now, all academia guards enter the stage to perform the order of rest. Arrest? I have an ominous. Arrest Leslie Lord Personality, right? Leslie Lord Personality? Yes, I would. Right now, everybody's in a panic. What happened? Leslie Lord Personality somehow escaped. Was it all even started? That's impossible. The academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Leslie Lord Personality would be strictly confidential. Besides, all life and the traveler are already in our hands. What manner of trickery to employ? How could lesser Lord personality disappear? Wait, how was the arrest order distributed to the guards? It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali says the Akasha indeed contains this. How did they bypass my permission to issue? Was the report about the traveler? No, I specifically checked. Even if I figure it out now. Have you been to the sanctuary of the No, it may be a bit offensive. How can the information in the Akasha be accurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is, if we have to confirm the information, then how is that any different from us learning that in the beginning? It was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by great Lord Rupert Vata. No, Grand Sage. Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. Yes, Grand Sage. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Service Vata. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. There must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Impossible. That's impossible. There must be... She really appeared again? What does it mean, that is?
What a comical sight is are. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me.
No, you are blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with all Aethan.
People changes are. Admit it, the Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time. This is the sanctuary of Surastana, under your own regulations. Even as for the investigation, at least confirm that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of God?
How long do we have to wait? I don't know what he's doing out there. I haven't heard any sounds outside for a while. Oh, wait, yeah, but aren't you scared we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives? Thinking about it, at least Paimon has you. We can still chat like this when Paimon thinks of Mahina being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of
Here comes your savior.
Yeah, Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us.
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search for who knows how many guards to find a key here.
Thanks a lot. Do you Paimon rub your shoulders?
No, that's,
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out, the Core 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Osmond. They've been fed up with the city's bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time.
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surastana. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. We just came together last minute to save the Alright, you two gotta go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Should I say, it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But during this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and the elements together. Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon. You're one of our friends! Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was my concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save your country, and even the entire world. It's okay. With you here, I'm sure that everything will work out. There's one more thing. What is it? For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay. Wow, that's the spirit! You're probably standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you! I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That reminds me. I wonder how far along the Academia is with their God creation plan. I need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. First things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the Akasha. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then become how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rupert Vata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparations. If we don't stop the God creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight. You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. How's it going, Nikita? I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Oh, also, this is for you. Huh? What's this little floaty thingy? It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations. Wait, this thing has the characteristics of Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon cares for the traveler from now on, people will remember. It's only a flying device. But you're so good at comforting people, Nikita. If only the traveler was as smart as you. I was telling you, Nikita, you're natural at this. By the way, there's something I need to confess. Even though I'm the Archon and in control, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, if we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can rely on you. So the god of wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right. I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so let's get to it. wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered.
That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the academia alone. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this doctor is... instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the doctor being weird is actually normal.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer? We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that
it sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation. I see. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
Work time. Let's begin. Time to work. Go on. Give me a go.
Can't see?
Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed! Buckle up!
This is not going to sweat.
Overruled!
My duty at an end.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Laid bare.
I guess this is it. Frozen,
Overruled!
crisp, frostbite cooked food. Disgusting. Deuce. Can't run from debt.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Transfixed. Lay to bear. I hear everything. And shroud.
Yeah.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion.
Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine.
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know.
Yes, I am. I feel not just nervous, but curious.
Curious?
Curious about her. To me, everything we perceive in this world. And if it's a form of knowledge, however, only. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate.
Ah, so that's what you mean.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now, like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura. It really feels like a god's.
A body that capitalizes how much effort and resource from a purely technological.
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god. Can you feel it?
Nahida wouldn't feel it.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods?
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. Your Tevat's current peace was not easily won. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
Is that so? This is a first. No wonder your own people have abandoned you. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like... Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a... Perish!
Pitiful.
Feeble human! Insignificant pest!
Transfixed.
At my command, you shall fall!
Something's off.
Or power. you! You cannot defy me, mortal! My endless cycle begins! Feeble human!
Overruled.
Churn!
Transfixed.
Closing in.
Kneel! Burn to oblivion!
Can't see?
Kneel!
One with the forest.
Yeah.
Everlasting as the moon.
Reality is pain! This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Booer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate! Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
I see everything.
Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world.
This may hurt a little. Ah! Everyone hold hands.
Not possible.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Look alive! Overruled.
Everyone hold hands. Hey,
Reality is pain!
I see everything.
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
This sure seems very different from what time I imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination, but I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know? Your inference seems forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled then. A second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Cosmic Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata...
Yes, it's she didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but the way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge. And just sharing her pain. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with our lucid consciousness, and then we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us needs to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the gnosis protection, we must... Don't worry.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling toward.
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
And shroud! Transfixed!
Up and away!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Dancing in the wind. Chuh! Chuh!
Cha! Hi! Huh! Rah!
Can't see?
Closing in.
I hear everything. One with the force. Keep up. Laid bare.
Look! Four-leaf sigils have appeared in the sky!
I'll uproot you!
To control the mode of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction.
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, we'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling?
Huh? But everything's been...
Hopefully there won't be any more interruption.
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord?
No, it seems that otherwise. I think she would have given...
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rook, but the ones...
Is that... me? Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're... of the same nature?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I...
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. When a branch grows into a mature tree...
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge,
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret, that...
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of human wisdom. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the...
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru. Almost all the... But... things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, and then... I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom, but vile corruption as well. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no! How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that... even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge, meaning that the forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies. You are very Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world, but...
People love you so much, and how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. Just now, we used the power of Tuno, then we removed the remaining pollution from Mer.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Huh? That sound. Traveler! Paimon!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the god of wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observe the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment, so why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that Electro-Gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequences? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this electro-gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Bravo. A suitably wise decision on your part. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted? You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. There won't be any further—
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Another chess piece. And where is your—
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off— Besides, isn't it the— Oh. Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Arrogant as that is—
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul. Once I finish telling you about with negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
I'm not that busy, really. The others are patients I've recovered, as well as Asia. For now, I only need to tend to my forest watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started getting better too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example, though it won't spread anymore.
By the way, we have some good news. Simon got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He'd already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he started here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you.
Then you probably already know about the celebration.
Celebration feast.
Huh? But
Perhaps.
come to think of it, Simon doesn't seem like you and Holly are both Simon's close friends.
Holly has taken over some of my tasks these days. You see, some VIPs have come. Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The stage is involved in... Yes, he's a little weak, but he is injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Valadier and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but as a result, work has increased for the forest.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, but that's another topic. You recovered well.
Yay, will do.
Well, there won't be any problems if he starts that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here.
It's a simple reply.
Oh, we'll be fine.
I was thinking the same thing. Hey, Lou. Traveler, come on. You're the best. You're the best, huh? Are we the only ones that arrived? Yeah, I have someone to deliver lunch to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends aren't, Neil is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all. You have no...
If you consider doing Nilu's dance as having a good taste, then because I think everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. There's like a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar. Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Daima, could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't... Yeah, because it's a camera, everything's... As for Sino, I'm not too sure about Rama's Master Junior's side. Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. Yeah, it's the only thing anywhere. What's this? Hey there, have you seen Alisa around?
Yes, it seems Stride Alheathan is not, but you're only the second group of people. Mr. Galley was just asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship. Don't think everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way, where's your...
I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Oh, he thought you came around here right? Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in academia. This is not just a worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you use your authority to get your hands on anyway.
Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared. Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
I'd be here asking you if I knew. You're the scribe.
Well, huh? Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Sharwar. Besides, as a master,
Why do I feel...
what makes you say?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share similar sentiments. Anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You see? This is why he's discussing anything.
It seems that you... well, then you might as well...
Are you threatening me? And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Forget what's going on in the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to...
Don't get me started. It ain't
So, what great buildings did our master architect work on this?
I don't need to tell you. Even knows that.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project. Oh, it is truly unfortunate. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert.
Ha! And you...
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out who lied to me.
Oh, it's you two. Letter? If she addressed the letter to all Hasten of the academia, I've been busy these days, so I haven't... Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole academia was practically turned upside down. That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by the desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Yes, it's said that when the academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools. Numerous Darshans have sprung up in Veda. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time, and now the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Valmana and Amorta remain now.
So what's the things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes, normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Buzzword. I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
All right. So you're busy these days trying to find out this thing
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia. And the first thing I'll do is reject Sharwar's application for funding.
By the way, who's the other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Kinda doesn't know. That's what Kylan's asking.
His name is Kave, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Sharwar scholars, which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change.
Such as the work of the academia scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are.
Alright.
knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it. That's right. My lady's feeling better now. Why do you still call me that, Thea? I guess I'm just...
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being bodyguard for the homie Donnies. You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and I appreciate you very much. When I took this job, I already decided that I quit as soon as you recovered.
So what are you gonna do if you're
I want to take a risky job.
You literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of calling all that life is short. And I'm happy that I got to be part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me... Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message. You mean I'll hate them? I didn't... Did he tell you that he suggested that I come... What? I heard that Czar and his cronies self-empower, and I'll hate them.
Whoa. I can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Maybe... forget about it. I'll hate them probably.
No, because you're so...
The much I have all the talent they need is... In fact, I chose this job from the very... Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger, a lion has to return to the wild sooner. I don't want to see you go. I'm glad to hear you safe. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet. Once the whole Denver Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been more or less?
Oh, it was probably sent. My lady's been very energetic lately. Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man...
So what it really sounds like...
I got the letters at the reception desk.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received a letter.
Sorry to make you do. It must be something important for you.
Yes, she said you were preparing a
Great. I'll be sure to count me in too. But is there some sort of drug sense thing? All right, then this is...
I think we'll be out in 2 days.
Sure. Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh.
The General Von Marshall. But last time we met, he mentioned Pastor Ramon. Your guess is as good as mine. Don't mention it. You better get going.
Alright, I'm ready. It's been a while since we last visited our village. Ah, there's Rhino.
What brings you?
We met her well, and tonight we
It seems like Naruto's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And tonight is recovering well too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
You're welcome. Dainori,
why are you just standing here like
I'm meeting some people. I've already talked to Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. But you know one of the people I'm meeting...
Oh, my King Desharet's blessing. My friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Oh, you...
Oh, well...
Don't worry, these are for...
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel like my whole life has started to shine. I'm suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I will no longer pursue research at a typical school.
I can...
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return...
Wow, so you...
Zadaria will return to support education here and teach everyone on her own. But there are many of us Eremites all over...
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they finish learning from me, that is the true meaning of education and spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, stars, always guiding caravans. Thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from?
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Zataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if everyone loves Zataria. You tread a treacherous path. Zataria, why haven't you gone home?
Yes.
These words sparked something, and I gathered up the courage to approach
The Tsar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Lord Simon helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan is able to go smooth.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with
Mr. Lord Kusanali has applied for a few badges.
That's exactly what the people here need.
Apart from this, we must be persistent about this and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effect.
This is the first time. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful practical people with wisdom like that.
Enough about us. Are you...
No. We're new to right there. A celebration feast will at the feast. We'll also be celebrating, although...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first step.
And I was right.
This...
It's rare to see that type.
No, not really.
No,
I'm afraid I won't be able to message her. I'm sorry for how I treated you and the art. Please keep dancing. And someday...
Okay, we've got all idea. Our job here is to please out. Oh, sign up.
Got it.
This shall not be my fate.
Everybody's already here. Looks like the last one to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are. Well, look who finally decided to show up. You look like you get here immediately after the shift.
I propose that the last one for...
Nah, they won't get
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food.
Everything looks quite...
Wow, Wow, the food was special for everyone that came to
It's kind of mean, but I heard it's also a hero. But I'm happy to meet everyone.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it. We really good.
We owe it to our abilities.
And really,
That's why I remember it's love that. Moreover,
Yeah, it was all everyone played it. So, would you say we're good actors too? It's such a blessing.
yes, even after being bless her Lord Kusanali wants to use all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom, and this should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't
no, everything's...
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You...
Even if those two giants, those sages really have some nerve. 500 years. If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this. You could simply tell them I respect our deity while we're on this topic.
What are you trying to say them 50 feet?
Not at all.
Why? Because he dethroned it. But seriously though,
I did have my own... If the rules of our nation were...
by that you mean your
Precisely.
Wait, so that's...
It's reasonable.
You certainly...
You flat?
All right then.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about me.
Even so...
Thank you.
I seldom participate in such lively battle. No, the grand does that happen. Oh, well.
There, well, how is it? This is the first you see. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of the counseling.
My lady. Yes, what amazing you said it. Oh, look who else is here. Oh, I'm so happy. Hey, listen.
The atmosphere here is good. I don't have a lot to handle these days.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. I will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up, of course. This way. It's me. Hey, Blink, the connection between us is amazing. I heard there's an amazing celebration. Oh, you've been so busy doing a follow party. Please say thank you, Jagger. Oh, but if I just showed up all this, what have I missed doing? Oh, yes, I have. You said I should go think of it myself, right? So, I decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't wait. Everyone. Are you awake now? How do I just it's me, huh?
Hold up, what?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
No, of course not. Are you? How, Layla? You know who I guess. I already know everyone.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
It's Lord's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so without you. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, people refer to you as the heroes who managed to please. Hello, seniors.
You don't need to be so ceremonial. This is how the relationship between academia and dental.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After the healer left, you ate a lot of food. You picked up a lot. Alright, she should be. Hello, traveler. What a fantastic story. And is there anything you... Are you sure? While you were resting at the Garden, I took some time to perform an mental search for... Yeah, this is truly your key. However, there must be something different about your... What? There's only one possible... But, none of the other victory sets? Wasn't this your first trip? According to the records, it was after the Conrad disaster, but just as our journey was about to reach its conclusion... What do you mean, Fuzzy? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately up to whoever it is. If they can do that, who knows what else? But even that might be something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Victory have not classified yourself. What's a descender? Look, I'm sure you must be curious. A very important part of the intel was about this world's descenders. External beings. Traveler, you are to that fourth descender. Huh? So the Victory got the right, that's right. My current hypothesis, as for the other descenders, I... Cool. And yet, even knowing all this, there are many questions in my heart as well. And soon, I'm very interested in the phases of the goals. I'm sure the pleasure is all... Alright, that's enough.
The best rattan furniture is made from strands that are smooth.
Bow before me, worm! Churn! Perish! More power!
I hear everything. Can't see?
You cannot defy me, mortal! My endless cycle begins! Insignificant pest! Feeble human! At my command, you shall fall!
That's great.
Heartless insect.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate. Burn to oblivion!
Transfixed. Book alive.
Kneel!
Yeah.
Reality
And shroud.
is pain!
What a drag.
Yeah, good riddance, cruel world. Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud. Not possible. I hear everything.
Yeah.